Ask Reddit. What is a red flag that is way too common in dating? The inability to apologize for anything ever, finding out what your weaknesses/fears are and using them to manipulate the relationship. Or when you bring up something that bothers you and it turns into you apologizing because they make you feel bad for sharing how you feel. Dealt with both this and the above. Not fun, definitely gaslighting and manipulative. I felt like I was in the wrong for so long about everything, especially since if there was ever anything that couldn't be swung around back to me, they would get extremely emotional and cry saying they were always wrong and turn it into them being a victim for me pointing out their shitty behavior. I started to feel terrible about even mentioning anything that I wasn't okay with past a certain point and just accepted whatever behavior I'd get. I never understood what was going on and why I felt that way until we helped out one of her friends who got evicted and let them stay with us. About a year in, they pulled me aside and came at me with a list of things they saw going on and told me what was happening wasn't okay. Funny thing was that this person was originally my ex's friend, as in I didn't really know them, and was shocked at how I was being treated to the point they felt like they had to document events because they thought I wouldn't believe it if they just told me without things to back it up. If they repeatedly make fun of you in front of others and then say they were just joking. This is one of the most horrible, degrading things people do. Don't step on my head to raise yourself up in a social setting, it's insulting and selfish. I'd say it is okay if fun is made of both, in things they are not insecure about. Something like, her singing is just as good as mine, when both of you know you are terrible singers and are not really insecure about it, is okay in my opinion. There are other things where he can struck a nerve while trying to make fun of yourself, e.g. chubby guy saying, I can't fit in my wife's bra anymore, can strike a nerve if she is insecure about her breast size. But the punchline is, haha I'm fat, tits bigger than my wife's, I also cross-dress or something, and most people will see that / him as the punchline. But yeah, going, haha wife no career, wife stupid, wife fat, wife old, is peak boomer humor and needs to die really. Testing, or whatever it's called. Manipulative, I just wanted to see how you'd react, debauchery. Those fucking videos of people pranking their significant other, telling them they cheated on them, and then laughing at their devastated reaction, that's an instant breakup if anybody did that to me. Double standards. You can do whatever you want all you want, but if I do the exact same thing all hell breaks loose. People hate it when you treat them the same way they treat you. This is how my ex-wife and I broke up. She spent a long time telling me I treated her poorly, so I started treating her exactly how she treated me. She only called me out once for it, because she realized exactly what I was doing. Best decision I ever made. I did this to my sister when we were kids. She was always really mean to me when we were kids, and I was doing my best to keep the sibling rivalry aside as I used to look up to her. But at one point where she blamed me for something fairly important for the whole family, I just gave in and started treating her the same way she was treating me, not doing the chores I was assigned to, sabotaging sharing of items that were bought to both of us, e.g. bike. She always left it dirty and with chain off the sprockets. It was not the bike with tensioner where you can put the chain back on easily, not cleaning up Lego etc., disregarding her privacy. She loved going through my stuff. To this day I have anxiety when people look over my shoulder when I am doing something, even things I am expert at, blaming her for stuff I did, e.g. leaving front door unlocked, and so on. It made our relationship sour. She started calling me a spoiled brat, and that did not change until we stopped living under the same roof. Only her children are keeping the relationship going at this point. Sadly you can't divorce your siblings. I am not from Alabama, badumts for everyone with incest joke. Tepid interest. This sounds so obvious, but I think everyone has gone on way too many dates or generally let things go too far with someone you felt just wasn't really all into it. Really, life is too short to have dates that aren't really interested in you. I know people who have had whole relationships like this. It can go on for months or even years with the other person, the non-tepid one, basically maintaining the relationship and doing all the work, waiting the other person to come around. He just not that into you, while cliché is so very true. I wish people took it more seriously. I had a friend who constantly chased guys who, honestly, just weren't that into her. They'd get together with her for sex if it was convenient for them, but there was nothing even remotely resembling a relationship to anyone but her. I had to have several talks to her about realizing that if someone is really, truly interested in getting to know you better, they will make you a priority, they will find the time to spend with you, and they'll make the effort to have a relationship. If they're always too busy, or too stressed, or not ready for a relationship, move on. Don't waste your time and effort and open yourself up for heartbreak. Self-entitlement. Knew a guy who got married at 18. His wife would excitedly pronounce, "I'm into instant gratification." So much so that she took all the money his grandmother had saved for him so he could go to college and bought a truck or SUV for herself. They didn't last a year. Which was probably kinda good for him. He didn't dodge every bullet, but certainly many, many bullets by getting out early. Sounds like they both got a dodge. Do you like your friends more or me? Jealousy or invasion of privacy too quickly? That question makes me like my friends more. How dare you assume I have friends? I like my friends more and they don't even exist. How dare you assume I know people? People begging for a solid, eccentric and spontaneous relationship but doing nothing to stimulate that. They just sit and wait for the other person to do all the legwork and claim the partner is boring when they eventually stop trying due to the one-sided nature. People wanting the relationship to happen to them, instead of finding someone whom they want to build one with. The same people who talk about needing to get a girlfriend/boyfriend, as in, acquire this useful thing that will fix my problems. Really doesn't work that way. See, when people ask me, how come you don't have a girlfriend? I say that I don't want one just to have one. And I'm definitely not at a point I could build a meaningful relationship with anyone. Thank you for watching. I wasn't sure how this one would have turned out, so I kept it relatively short. If you want to see more, please do tell me so in the comments, and always, have a nice day.